My sister told me I was too stupid to handle money, so she demanded control of my inheritance. I signed everything over to her. Then I called the lawyer. Dad passed last year and left me $200K. Not life-changing money, but enough to matter. Enough to pay off my student loans, maybe buy a small house, actually build something. My sister Emma found out 3 days after the will reading and immediately started her campaign. She'd always been the golden child, the one with the business degree from Stanford and the fancy job title at some tech company, director of strategic operations or something equally impressive. I was just the art teacher who could barely balance a checkbook, according to her. The dreamer who never grew up, the one who chose passion over practicality. She showed up at my apartment on a Tuesday night with spreadsheets, actual printed spreadsheets about compound interest and investment portfolios, color-coded tabs, pie charts, the whole corporate presentation package. She spread them across my kitchen table like she was closing a business deal. Told me I'd waste it all on stupid things, that someone like me shouldn't be trusted with that kind of money. She had this whole pitch prepared, rehearsed like she'd been practicing in front of a mirror, how she'd manage it for me, make it grow, protect me from my own bad decisions. She even had a PowerPoint ready on her laptop. I asked what I'd get out of it. She paused, like she was calculating the minimum she could offer. Then she said a monthly allowance, like I was a child. Maybe $1,500 a month while she invested the rest. For my own good, obviously. She'd handle all the complicated financial stuff that would just confuse me anyway. She kept going, brought up every financial mistake I'd ever made. That time I overdrafted my account in college, the credit card debt I'd paid off 3 years ago, how I still rented instead of owning property. Each point delivered with this patronizing smile that made my teeth hurt. I asked if I'd ever get access to the principal. She waved her hand dismissively. Eventually, once I proved I could be responsible, maybe in 10 years, maybe 15, whenever she decided I was ready. I stared at her for a long time, watched her fidget with her perfect manicure, confident she'd already won. Then I agreed, told her she was absolutely right, that I was too dumb to handle it myself, that I needed her help. Her face lit up like Christmas morning. She actually clapped her hands together, hugged me, and said she was so proud I was finally being smart about something, finally making a mature decision. She started talking immediately about her 5-year plan for my money, her investment strategy, her vision. We went to the bank the next day. She'd already made the appointment, had all the paperwork ready. I signed papers transferring everything to a joint account with her as primary holder. She was practically glowing, checking each signature, making sure everything was perfect, kept talking about her investment strategy and how this would secure my future, how lucky I was to have her looking out for me. She texted our aunt that night, sent a message to our cousin, told them she'd finally talked sense into me, that she was managing my inheritance now because someone had to be the responsible one. What she didn't know was that I'd called Dad's lawyer the night before. David Chen had been Dad's attorney for 20 years. I told him everything Emma said, every condescending word, every manipulative pitch. He'd laughed, actually laughed, and told me to play along, that he'd handle it, that Dad had prepared for exactly this scenario. 3 days later, Emma called me, screaming. Not talking, screaming. I could barely understand her through the rage. The bank had frozen the account. She'd tried to transfer funds that morning and got denied. Went into the branch and they handed her a legal notice. She kept yelling, demanding to know what I'd done. I stayed quiet, let her burn herself out. Then David called her, put her on speaker so I could hear. Explained very calmly that Dad's will had a clause about financial coercion, something he'd added 6 months before he died after Emma had tried something similar with our grandmother's estate. If anyone tried to manipulate me into giving up the inheritance through pressure, insults, or undue influence, it triggered an automatic investigation that reversed all transactions and permanently banned that person from any claims to Dad's estate, present or future. Emma got cut off completely, and I got every dollar back, plus the $15,000 she'd already moved into her personal investment account.